Hello, welcome to a Blu-ray update, and this will be the first of 3 Blu-ray update videos, a little trilogy, so to speak, the What I Accumulated Over 6 Months trilogy. So, being away from home in the UK over 6 months, there were various Blu-rays that were just better for me to order to the UK, to here. So when I got back for Christmas, there was a lot of stuff waiting. But also there was like a few things, packages that I was expecting when I was last here in the summer and they didn't arrive before I left. So there's quite a lot of things that I was hoping to get before I left, but then didn't. Anyway, I won't bog you down with all the details. This first one will be an anime special. I have 4 anime Blu-rays to show you. The first one, we'll start with the 2 films I haven't seen, is a Studio Ghibli film to add to the collection, which is almost complete at this point, and it is a film by Hiromasa Yonebayashi, Arrietty, which is based on The Borrowers, I believe. Oh, there you go, inspired by Mary Norton's The Borrowers, right in front of the Blu-ray there. This is one of the more recent ones, 2011, I believe, or 2010, rather. So it's one that, you know, I really want to see, because it's a Studio Ghibli film that I haven't seen, and I love the films very much. It's not one that I hear get talked about very much. There's interviews with the director and with Hayao Miyazaki. Not sure what his involvement with the film was, probably as a producer, no doubt, it being a Studio Ghibli film. But this one I'll probably save for next year's 24-hour movie marathon, or this year's, depending on when you're watching this video, because it'll probably go up in January anyway. So 24-hour movie marathon 7, you'll probably see us watching and talking about this film. And always nice to have to get the slipcover as well with the Studio Ghibli title. This one comes from an All the Anime sale. I believe that's the name of the company, right? Let's see if it says on the back. Yeah, alltheanime.com, right? We'll call it All the Anime. That's the company that had a sale on in the run-up to Christmas, and it was a 12 days of Christmas sale, and they really went out. Like, there's a lot of companies, you know, that like, oh, big Christmas sale, and it's like they've shaved a couple of pounds off, and it's like, not that big of a sale, you know. Big blowout sale, your mind will be, you know, exploded, and then it's not much. But All the Anime, they really dropped a lot of prices, and it's funny because I bought 2 things on the first day, I think it was, and I was like, holy shit, I'm going to be really tempted if this is just day 1. And then there was nothing else really. So I got 2 things on the day 1 sale, and the first one is this I didn't realize it was this size, this kind of oversized edition. It is Giovannis Island, which is almost like a storybook size here. And I just realized there's nothing on the title. That kind of bugs me, actually. On the title, there's nothing. I'll leave that one in for free. There was nothing on the spine like the title of the movie. I guess we got this card here. But even the wraparound card just says Ultimate Edition. That's a bit of a shame. But I suppose it's not something you're going to put on the shelf like that anyway. You want to display it, but then again, there's space. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do with this really. But this was like £10, and I thought, I'll go for that. I haven't seen it before. Definitely get some sort of Grave of the Fireflies feel from the look of this, from what I've looked into it very briefly. Inside we have the film itself on Blu-ray and DVD. And then we have like this really nice art book that I've kind of flicked through a little bit. Not too much though, because again I want to see the film first. First up we have this postcard of the film, which says that this is number 415 of 1,000 copies. So there we go. And here's the, I was trying to navigate everything. Here we have the discs, Blu-ray and DVD. Very nice. It feels very weird to have a kind of digipack case that's this big. And then the art book, which I think is really something. It says sketchbook on the front there. Feels really substantial, and you get all sorts of stuff from concept art, things like that, drawings and things, art from the film itself, and lots of interviews, lots of Q&As and stuff with the director, I think, the filmmakers, work in progress shots. There's stuff with the cast as well, I think, so that they really did a nice job with that. So I'm looking forward to watching it. I'll probably get to it fairly soon, I suppose. And let me know if you've seen it and what you think of the film, and if it's worth you know, getting an edition like this for it. You know, the way I see it when I blind buy kind of deluxe editions like this is that if I don't like the film enough to keep the edition, then I can always sell it to someone who really wants it for a decent price, you know, without kind of scalping it. I don't know if this is out of print or anything. Probably not, obviously, because they just sold it on sale. But regardless, you know, if the sale price is £10, that's what I'd want to sell it for if I'm not too into it. That's a really nice image on the back. So, Giovannis Island, there's that one. And then this is one of the coolest editions I've ever seen for a Blu-ray. I was saying this to Graham from Man vs. Film, just explaining what the nuts and bolts of the package were, and he seemed very eager about it, just because of how cool it is, how different it is. It's almost like the movie doesn't matter, but it does, and I have seen the film. And it's the Ultimate Edition of Miss Haku Sai, which is an anime film from 2016, I think 2017, and I loved it. It's not a, I don't know if it's, I want to say it's not a great film, but there's a few issues I have with it, and it's a little meandering, but it's a beautiful film, very episodic at times, and it focuses on the daughter of the famous Japanese painter Haku Sai, and her art and her life and so on. I have no idea if it's historically accurate. That doesn't really matter to me. If it is, that's even cooler, but it's really about this woman kind of living in the shadow of her father and trying to make her way with her own life, and her younger sister, Jesus Christ, I'm making so many mistakes in these videos, I'll leave that one in for free as well. Her and her younger sister, who's blind, and the scenes they had together were so heartwarming and tender that that was my favourite stuff in the film. But yeah, it's a nice oversized little package here, very nice. What really sold me on this, because it was £20, I believe this goes for like 30, 40, 50, something like that. So £20 was like, the normal Blu-ray is 15, I would want to buy this. Probably not going to watch it again anytime soon, but what really sold me was both the way this package is set up, but also there's like a 2-hour making of documentary on the DVD, which I'm really keen to see. So that really sold me, and it was the 2-hour making of. But let's just take the slip card off and see what's inside, basically. Look at that. It's unbelievable, you know. It's so appropriate to, I mean, it's a period film, you know, it's set in the 1800s in Japan, and just this kind of like almost woodblock kind of, and it's proper quality stuff, you know. And you got the title of the film there, and you know, and then you take off this very thick kind of wooden panel. Ah, it's just amazing. It's unbelievable. It was so much better than I was expecting it to be. Inside we have a very nice art book for the film. We have a selection of postcards, which even just the first one looks stunning in terms of the artwork to me. I haven't opened it yet. And then obviously at the bottom we have the movie itself. I'm trying to juggle all these bits and pieces, the moving parts. And even that, open that up, that's just so gorgeous. So we have the bonus DVD, the DVD of the movie, and the Blu-ray. So yeah, this is definitely a film I want to watch again, but it's certainly not one that I'd be rushing to see again. But it's one I'm glad to own. But more importantly, I think just to have such a nice, ridiculously cool deluxe edition for a very good price. And yeah, there's loads of stuff in this book, lots of information, and you know, yeah. And you know, I can totally hold my hands up and admit that I don't read all of these books, you know, but I love knowing that I have them, so that if one day I rewatch the film and I think, man, that was great, I want to read more about it, hey, I've got this gorgeous kind of 60-page art book to read through and flick through. So yeah, this is just also one of my favorite editions, I think, even though I don't love the film as much as, say, some of my favorite movies. There's just something really, really cool about this. The only thing that bugs me slightly, which is really just a small nitpick, is just the way that the wood carving thing is shaped. This bends inwards. The slipcover is slightly bent, but that's alright. I love that artwork too. That's just a really nice. The wraparound there is gorgeous. So stunning edition. And then finally we have the main event, which I'm kind of a little bit sour about, to be honest, because I paid £50 for it, and it's since just plummeted. Well, not plummeted, but it went down to like £40. It's now down to £35. I'm like, I really thought it was going to sell out. I'll be honest, it's a very popular film, and I thought I'd better jump on this straight away. 50 quid, fine, take my money. I want this film in as deluxe form as possible. And it is Your Name, the deluxe edition, from All the Anime. Zavvi was selling this initially, and I cancelled my order because I didn't trust them to send it properly. And yeah, All the Anime sent this really nice package box, so it was in perfect condition. And really nice artwork, glossy, hard outer box with wraparound artwork, and then inside we just get some really cool stuff. And I will talk about the film in just a second, so let's just go through this very quickly. We have the digipack that holds the discs. and that's a really nice shot from the very beginning of the film, actually towards the end as well. So we have the film on Blu-ray, on DVD, and also the Radwimps CD soundtrack, which is really cool. The music I enjoy quite a bit, so it's nice to have that. And after that we have, I think, postcards again. Oh wow, there's a lot of these actually. Oversized postcards. Let's try and pull the thing away. No, I can't. Okay, I'll leave it for now. I'm not going to open all these up, but really like oversized, and there's I think it's about 10 of these. So some nice postcards as well. But this is what really sold me on buying the whole thing in. Oh, we have a poster as well. Didn't even know that was in there. Yeah, this was what really sold me, the book. It's like 128 pages, I think. Really big, really thick, and it has a metric shit ton of stuff in it. There's loads of Q&As with the director, Makoto Shinkai. Loads of stuff I'm going to be really interested to read about. This is a book I will read, like, without a doubt. So, yeah, pre-production material, you know, artwork, illustrations, things like that, staff talking, interviews with you know, the artists, all sorts of stuff. Really, really good. And so to me, this is basically the closest we're going to get to the special features that they got in Japan. In Japan, this film was huge in 2016, and this year as well. It's kind of bled over to other countries around the world. This film was such a hit. I think it's one of the most successful Japanese films of all time, even discarding the fact that it's animated. And so in Japan, they released these super deluxe box sets, like the 4K Blu-ray, the regular Blu-ray, like 3 Blu-rays of extra features, tons of documentaries, interviews, all that kind of stuff, but none of it was subtitled. So I think that where's the backing sheet here? This has a promotional TV special that's 21 minutes long, a summary of Makoto Shinkai's filmography, which is 10 minutes long, and the theme song. So yeah, there's about half an hour, 40 minutes of special features, which to me is really disappointing. I wish that they'd gone the extra hug to license more of that stuff from Japan, because I'd love to see the proper making of this film and to get more into it. But it just, you know, I don't speak Japanese, so it's not going to happen. You know, and it's one of those things like Miyazaki's Princess Mononoke has like a 6-hour making of. Like that's one of my holy grail movies, and there's nowhere to see it with English subtitles. So for me, I felt like this was what really made it worth it, was the 128 page, something like that, it should say on the back. It doesn't. It's at least 100 pages. In fact, I can probably just look at it right now and tell you by looking at the end. Yeah, 128 pages. So this is loaded with stuff, and this is the bonus features to me. So it was worth it for that, but I have to say I was a little bit disappointed when it plummeted down to like £35. I was like, ugh. Oh well. Oh, this is nice. This is a cool poster image of the movie. And the movie itself, if you haven't seen it, pick it up. Like, get the regular Blu-ray. I think it's only about 10, 12, 13 pounds. This is a film that I adored, you know, when I first saw it, which is about a year ago actually when I first watched this, and I was floored by it. Absolutely loved it, and I think this actually has an English dub. Yes, they've done an English dub for this. I won't be watching that though. I'm more interested in the original Japanese. But I think there's some sort of option as well to listen to the English version of the dub with the Japanese songs, because I think the band Radwimps also did English versions of the songs, something like that. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, the film, it's an incredible film that really keeps you guessing if you haven't seen it before, obviously. You know, it starts out as a fairly routine kind of body swapping, you know, fun, light, bubbly, breezy kind of sci-fi film in some ways, and then halfway through it just completely changes in a way that just took my breath away. And it really held up on a second viewing as well when I watched it with Connie, and she loved it. And yeah, I'm really happy to own on Blu-ray, just first and foremost, but to have this night, I mean, it really feels weighty and stuff, so to me it was worth the price I paid. But I do wish maybe I had the foresight to understand that it wouldn't go out of print and it wouldn't sell out, and I'd be able to get it for a little bit cheaper. But still very happy to own this and have it in my anime collection and my Makoto Shinkai collection. I have all the anime ultimate box of The Place Promised in Our Early Days and Voices of a Distant Star. Still need to buy his other films, Garden of Words. What was the other one? The one I don't like that much. It has two different, I think it was the Children Who Chase Lost Voices or something like that. but it's called something else. Journey to Agatha is the English title. Didn't like that one very much. It's very good, but I felt like it was too derivative of Miyazaki's work. But I'll get that just to complete. I love Makoto Shinkai. He's a fantastic anime director, but I feel like Your Name is like the culmination of his career. And I hope it continues, of course, but I really feel like having seen every single one of his films, I've seen like what he does well, what he doesn't do well, and it all just coalesces in Your Name in this incredible film. You know, I think it'll probably remain the kind of crown jewel of his career, but if he can top it, holy shit, that's going to be exciting. Anyway, so that's the first part, that's the anime special. I'll see you in the next one, which will be Criterion's and Premium Collection titles. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you with that video.
It's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.